Welcome back. We stand here with the engine assembled yet again, ready to fire it up to see what I've done and if what I've done has made any difference since last time. Hang in there. And if you want awesome t-shirts like these and other designs, go to the description, there's a Teespring store. And a huge thanks to all of you watching and supporting me. Without you, and a special thanks to my patrons, there's a link in the description. Without you, none of this would have been possible at all. And with more of your help, more support, I can probably do this at least half-time, maybe full-time. Can't hurt dreaming. Welcome back to my garage on the action cam, because I don't really have time to do this now, but I'm curious to see what's going on here. And it must be eating itself somehow, because this stuff, that's not normal. I mean, I can't have been that bad at cleaning it after honing. It's just black goo everywhere. So something is being eaten. And I said in my previous video I had a suspicion, and I think it is my plating. I think it's not as successful as I thought it was. Maybe. I'm hoping it's the plating, because then we can just get this 3D printed cylinder machined and plated, and it should be a perfect specimen. No porosity, no nothing. Everything is just perfect. So, and we will do that. We will do that either way. But the plan with this cylinder was just to continue testing until that cylinder that is going to be sleeved. This virus situation is causing some trouble there, lockdown. But so until that was ready, or until I got this machined and plated. And I'm hoping to machine it myself now in my mill, my CNC mill. Let's tear this down and see if we can find anything wrong, or find out what's wrong. This dark stuff is definitely metal of some kind. Aluminium, steel, probably not. Nickel, could be silicon carbide. But it's conductive, and it could be causing misfires. That's one thing. That might be why it's backfiring and stuff. So yeah, might not be lack of compression, which I'm suspecting. I mean, look at this. It's just insane. Definitely not normal. I'm smelling it, but of course it doesn't smell anything but fuel and oil. There's definitely wear in the cylinder. It's more matte. I can see it where the ring stops. So I'm just hoping it is my plating. Like, that would be easy to fix. I can live with not, as of now, being able to plate my own cylinders. Does not mean I'm not gonna pursue being able to plate my own cylinders. I'm pretty sure these two function in pretty much the same way, but this smells really good. This smells like piss. So definitely not buying. Couldn't find this today. We're reading 39.9, so it is not like it hasn't lost. It hasn't lost material, it seems. Holy shit. There's definitely something going on here. That is not 0.15 millimeters. That's more like 2. We found our problem. The ring is being eaten. Is it my plating? Is my plating too rough? Is the ring too soft? I think it is around 50 Rockwell. The plating is closer to 65. There's oil there. I think it's worth giving electroless nickel plating a try, and maybe heat treating. That should bring it up to close to 65 Rockwell. And then at least it's comparably hard to the bore, and might not wear as fast if like the roughness of the bore or the hardness in the bore is the problem. This is the closest thing to something that can touch the silicon carbide I've got. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to take off the peaks. I fear that my normal honing stones have left behind peaks of silicon carbide that are tearing my rings apart. This combined with electroless nickel plating and hardening a ring. I've prepared this ring, gapped it. We'll probably need to gap it again after plating because it will grow a little bit. The plating and heat treating failed, or actually I think the plating failed. Somehow it didn't stick to the metal. I'm pretty sure I cleaned it good enough. There might be too much chrome in this steel. I'm not quite sure what alloy it is. If you're watching this, Mark, maybe you could comment and tell me what alloy this ring steel is. This cast iron one, which I did earlier in an earlier video, that did plate, and if I test on this one with a file now, I can only touch it with the 65 Rockwell file. But with this, I can scratch it with a 55 file. Tested it in the bore. But what I didn't think of was that I did use this thing to touch up the bore, and I wasn't sure it would do anything at all. But it seems to have done something, because now the ring gap is a little bit or slightly larger than what it was before. Which is a good thing. It means it did something to the bore, and hopefully that something is take off the peaks, the silicon carbide peaks in the nickel matrix. Hopefully, combined with less peaky silicon carbide and really good cleaning with ATF. This advice has been given to me by several people. Clean it with ATF. It isn't enough to do the scrub down in hot water and detergent. And definitely true, because I cleaned off a lot of black grime after really cleaning it good in the soaking it and scrubbing it and with hot water and detergent. So actually this might have been the problem, that I didn't clean it good enough before testing, and it wasn't primarily material from the ring, but primarily grit from honing that destroyed the ring last time. So assemble and test it. With this, I think it's time to kind of separate the, everything doesn't have to be an adventure. I don't have to combine, can I do this with making the most powerful two-stroke? Crossing fingers. What I'm hoping for now is just to get it running, remember to turn off the choke, and experience some RPM. That's all for now. We have our first casualty. I'm not surprised. I'm actually more surprised that this didn't happen sooner, but there's some trouble here. And at first I thought it was the ring that had snagged the port, and it is, but it's not. It's the ring is not broken, and this is not aluminium. It's the plating. The plating has torn off. That shouldn't happen. I should have broken a ring or broken a piston, I think, before this. That's it for do-it-yourself plating for this project. I'm getting that cylinder plated, and we'll be testing with that cylinder now, because we have to remove some variables. We can't keep on going with so many unknowns and so much. Yeah, just like I said, this doesn't have to be, every little thing doesn't have to be an adventure. The whole thing is an adventure. It doesn't have to be, can I do this with every step? So, yeah, definitely. Because that ring, with how much clearance there is with that ring, it shouldn't be possible for it. And I know I did rev it cold and pretty hard, but kind of got to do that to create a worst case scenario now in the beginning, to avoid meeting those worst case scenarios later when it needs to run. So but with the clearance, with the ring and how much it can move, there shouldn't be, it shouldn't be able to snag. Okay, professional plating it is. See you next time.